Morning. Hi everyone, Nonnie here. So, today is Tuesday, January 24th, and I want to show you my watch. Can you see that it says January 24th? There's a reason I'm doing that, and it's because some of you think I've already left to go on my hike. Y'all are so funny. I have not left yet. I'm not leaving until later in February. I promise you. So I am, though, doing this video because this is going to be my first video done on my phone where I'm editing on my telephone. And I have to say, I've been a little challenged with this. I've learned plenty of technology, but for whatever reason, this has been a little difficult for me. And so I tried KineMaster, or however you say that word, and it just wasn't clicking with my brain. And so now I am trying Program Director. And if some of you are using Program Director, and you can teach me how to cut and paste and insert, other little clips inside of a, longer video, I would really appreciate it. I love the app that I use on my computer, but of course, I can't take my computer with me. Any help you all can provide, I would really appreciate it. I'd been thinking about whether or not it was a good idea to have a mattress. How do I want to say this? Having a Z Lite Thermarest pad under my Nemo air mattress. Kind of thought that might be a little overkill, but it's for the warmth, the R value, because the Nemo is a 4.2, and if I add a Thermarest, that's a 2. That'll give me a 6.2. So I reached out to Spotter to have a conversation with her about it, and she said that's what she did. She did it for the R value, but that's only she can do. She said I also did it because I didn't want any pokies in my air mattress. I thought that was funny. She told me what I should do, how I should cut it down, and I'm going to be trying that. If it doesn't work, I'll just stick the Z Lite in a hiker box, and some other soul can benefit from getting one they don't have to pay for. And that's okay too. I'll tell you what else has been an interesting situation. Medication. Well, I take a lot of vitamins and supplements, but I also have a couple of medications that I take every day. And I got this little plastic, they're like jewelry plastic Ziplocs, where they're just like 1 by 2 inch, they're tiny, that you can put those in there for daily, just pull one out. But really, if you carry 2 weeks worth of them, that's a little packet, and there's just not room for me to carry more than that. I'm wondering, how are you all handling your medications and taking them, and what quantities are you taking? I hate to think that I'm going to have to go to a post office every 2 weeks along my journey to try and get them. If I have to, that's fine. But, hopefully, there will be outfitters or hostels or somewhere that I can send those packages to. I just wondered what you all are doing. If you could share your thoughts with me, I would really appreciate it, because I'm just a little baffled. And also, for you women, I hate to admit that I have a level of vanity, but clearly I do, because I get my hair highlighted and I can't figure out, when I have this much grow out at my roots, how am I going to take care of that? Am I just going to look like a skunk stripe down my head? That's an option. Or what am I going to do? I can't do my own hair. It's pretty thick and long. That's hard to manage. And you don't want to just go to anybody. I mean, they could fry your hair right off your head. So for you people that have been thinking that and have figured it out, would you share your comments with me? Because that's not essential, but it would be nice. I learned a very interesting fact about snakes this week when I was studying them. There are hognose snakes on the Appalachian Trail, and my husband is an archaeologist, GIS guy, and where he used to do his digs, he used to tell me there were a lot of hognose snakes and how they would play dead. He always thought that was so interesting, and I found it fascinating. Here's what I learned though. Hognose snakes, they have mild venom to humans, but it doesn't hurt you if they bite you. And the chances of you getting bitten are pretty slim, because while they will strike, typically when they strike the first time, their mouth is closed and they're just kind of bumping you as a warning. And no venom is involved. Don't you think that's kind of neat? Weird? So, and also, when they feel threatened, they turn over and they play dead. They just act like they're dead. They won't move. And if you walk away and stand there for however long, several minutes, they'll flip back over and they'll crawl off. I think that is very funny. Interesting. One of the questions I've been asked by kids, and it's been really interesting. I have a little neighbor across the street, and he's been coming over for years and years in order for us to bake, and we eat lunch together and watch a movie, and we've done this for years. Well, we had our last gathering before departure, even though I'm not leaving for a few more weeks. And he was full of questions that had not even occurred to me. He said, "Are you afraid?" And I looked at him and I thought, well, how interesting that first of all he thought of that, and second of all that he cares. He is 12. He's in the 6th grade. And I said, you know, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the dark. I am not afraid to hike alone. I am not afraid of bears. I'm very cautious and intimidated about snakes, for good reason. Well, you'd think that mentality would cross over to bears. I can't tell you why I'm not afraid of bears. I'm just not. And we talked about boar, and he was fascinated with those answers. He said, well, what are you afraid of? And I said, getting bitten by a snake, or getting injured and being out in the middle of nowhere and not having anyone around me is a concern. I'm not afraid, but it's a concern. He said, well, what will you do? And I shared with him that I have a Garmin unit with an SOS button on it. Well, he just found this the most interesting thing ever. I thought it was just so fascinating. He wanted to know how many miles I was going to hike every day. Aren't you going to be cold? what are you going to eat? You can't have granola and yogurt for breakfast. What will you eat for breakfast? That's what he eats for breakfast every morning. And fruit. I thought that was funny too. He's so sweet. Just more reasons for me to know that kids are interested, and if I can share, alrighty then. So Ford, if you're watching this video, I'm really proud of you for coming up with those fantastic questions and also making me think. I appreciate it, and I'll miss you. I also wanted to provide a little bit more information about the classes, the class videos that I'm doing. A teacher in Georgia originally contacted me to ask me to do those videos and for her class to be able to follow me. I was really humbled that she asked me to do that. Well, that was Georgia. Then a teacher in North Carolina found out, and she asked if she could share it with her classroom and with the school at large, an elementary school. And I thought, how interesting and how awesome. The purpose of me doing those videos and having that interest is because I care about children being curious and providing them information that helps them understand being outdoors a little bit better, where they'll have an interest in being outside, being active, hiking, and enjoying the beauty of nature. And if I can just reach one child and make a difference to them, where it's something that they learn to enjoy for the rest of their life, that mission and vision and goal has been met. You know, that mission, vision, and goal keeps changing organically, not because I want it to. It makes me happy. The format for the children's videos will change once I actually begin the trail. They'll be joining me on the journey as I'm hiking. I just wanted to provide them with some terms and some understanding of what the Appalachian Trail was or is before departure. Going uphill. I want to thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate it. I haven't left yet. And you take good care, and I'll see you in the next video.